Today, I'll be going over the top vintage Yu-Gi-Oh sales of Duel Monsters GX and 5Ds from April 11th to April 17th. Let's jump right into the top Duel Monsters sales. Number 10. From the set Legend of Blue Eyes, we have the ultra rare first edition monster card Red Eyes Black Dragon. It's a PSA 8, Pop 61, selling at auction for $1,088. That's a 51% drop from its all-time high of $2,200 back in April of 2021. This week, we're back to having $10,000 plus Duel Monsters sales after having 3 sub-$1,000 snails sneak into the top 10 last week. Number 9. From the set Legend of Blue Eyes, we have the super rare first edition fusion monster Flame Swordsman. It's a PSA 10, Pop 52, selling at auction for $1,104. That one's down 68% from its all-time high of $3,450 back in May of 2021. This is the only fusion monster to make this week's Duel Monsters top sales. Number 8. From the set Legend of Blue Eyes, we have the ultra-rare first edition monster card, Exodia the Forbidden One. It's a PSA 9, Pop 138, selling at auction for $1,354. This one's down 55% from its all-time high of $3,000 back in January of 2021. The Flame Swordsman and Exodia head were just a couple $100 off. Would you rather have a PSA 9 Exodia head or a PSA 10 Flame Swordsman? I might disagree with the market here and go with the Flame Swordsman myself. Number 7. From the set Magician's Force, we have the secret rare first edition monster card Dark Magician Girl. This one's a BGS 8.5. Tough to do population counts on the half grades. It's sold as a buy it now for $1,500. For comparable sales on this, in PSA 8, it's a Pop 141 with an all-time high sale of $3,300. In PSA 9, that's a Pop 274, selling at an all-time high of $4,850. Number 6. From the set Metal Raiders, we have the secret rare first edition monster card, Gate Guardian. This one's a PSA 10, Pop 90, selling at auction for $1,679. It's down 60% from the all-time high of $4,211 back in February of 2021. Last week, another PSA 10 Gate Guardian sold for $2,775. However, this week's copy is pretty faded, so the sales aren't really directly comparable. Number 5. From the set Legend of Blue Eyes, we have the ultra-rare first edition monster card, Red Eyes Black Dragon. It's a PSA 9, Pop 144, selling as a best offer for $2,500. This one's down 44% from its all-time high of $4,500 back in March of 2021. With a PSA 8 selling for right around $1,000 this week, we get a good idea of the gap between a PSA 8 and PSA 9 for Red Eyes. Number 4. From the set Invasion of Chaos, we have the ultra-rare first edition monster card, Dark Magician of Chaos. It's a PSA 10, Pop 56, selling at auction for $2,559. It's down just 21% from the all-time high of $3,250 back in August of 2021. This is actually the smallest drop from its all-time high of all the Duel Monsters cards this week. Number 3. From the set Legend of Blue Eyes, we have the ultra-rare first edition monster card, Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's a BGS 7.5. Once again, tough to get populations and comps on those half grades, but it sold as a best offer for $2,800. In PSA 7, this one's a Pop 45 and has an all-time high sale price of $4,901. In PSA 7, this one's a Pop 45 and has an all-time high sale price of $4,901. In PSA 8, the population's 85 and is sold at a peak of $7,877. This is the lowest graded Duel Monster card to make the list this week. Number 2. From the set Legend of Blue Eyes, we have the ultra-rare first edition Magic card, Monster Reborn. It's a PSA 10, Pop 52, selling as a best offer for $3,852. This one's down 42% from its all-time high of $6,600 back in May of 2021. Monster Reborn is the only Magic card to make this week's top 10 Duel Monsters era sales. Number 1. From the set Legend of Blue Eyes, we have the ultra-rare first edition monster card, Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's a PSA 9, Pop 175, selling as a buy it now for $8,150. It's down 52% from the all-time high of $17,100 back in February of 2021. This is the largest population card and the highest sale on the week. PSA 9 Blue Eyes has been the number 1 Duel Monsters era sale for each of the past 3 weeks. Something pretty interesting to take note of, though, is that previously the population count on this card was 168, whereas this week it's 175. So that's quite a few new PSA 9s for first edition Blue Eyes. Now, before we get into the top 10 GX era sales, I'd like to announce this video's giveaway. I'll be giving away a starter deck, Dark Magician and Red Eyes, to one of my subscribers who likes this video and comments down below letting me know your favorite card from this week's list. And if I reach 500 subscribers by the end of April, I'll be giving away this 25th anniversary Dark Magician to one random commenter from one video this month. Now on to the top 10 GX era sales of the past week. Number 10. From the set Enemy of Justice, we have the ultra-rare first edition fusion monster, Elemental Hero Phoenix Enforcer. It's a PSA 10, pop 29, selling at auction for $253. This one's a huge percent increase, 256% up from its all-time high of $71 back in May of 2020. It hasn't sold since well before the market peak, so that explains the big increase from its all-time high price. Number 9. From the set Enemy of Justice, we have the Ultimate Rare First Edition Monster card, Harpy's Pet Baby Dragon. It's a PSA 9, pop 17, selling as a buy it now for $275. Now, there's no recorded sales on PSA's website of this card in PSA 9, but in PSA 8, it has an all-time high price of $123, and PSA 10 has an all-time high price of $2,010. That's a pretty big gap for the 9 to fill in. Number 8. From the set Enemy of Justice, we have the Ultimate Rare First Edition Fusion Monster, Elemental Hero Phoenix Enforcer. It's a BGS 8.5, selling as a best offer for $282. Now in PSA 8, the population of the card is 4 and has an all-time high of $300. In PSA 9, it's just a pop 12 and has no recorded sales. Number 7. From the set Elemental Energy, we have the Ultimate Rare First Edition Fusion Monster, Elemental Hero Wild Edge. This one's a PSA 8, pop 9, selling as a best offer for $320. There were no recorded sales on the PSA website for a PSA 8, however, a PSA 9 has sold for $595 at its all-time high. Number 6. From the set Cybernetic Revolution, we have the Ultimate Rare First Edition Fusion Monster, Cyber End Dragon. This one's just a PSA 2, pop 3, selling at auction for $416. So this is a new all-time high for the card. There are actually 3 copies of this card in PSA 2, however, no PSA 1s, 3s, or 4s. Number 5. From the set Cybernetic Revolution, we have the Ultimate Rare First Edition Monster card, Winged Karibo Level 10. It's a PSA 9, pop 9, selling as a buy it now for $459. This one's down 33% from its all-time high of $690 back in November of 2021. There are only 3 copies of this card in PSA 10, so this PSA 9 might be the best you can do unless you grade the card yourself. Number 4. From the set Strike of Neos, we have the Secret Rare First Edition Monster card, Grandmaster of the Sixth Samurai. It's a BGS 9, PSA pop on that is 13, selling as a best offer for $550. There are actually no recorded sales of this card in PSA 9 in the past, so this is a new all-time high for the card, $550. Number 3. From the set Cybernetic Revolution, we have the Ultra Rare First Edition Fusion Monster, Cyber End Dragon. It's a PSA 10, pop 52, selling as a best offer for $582. That's a drop of 27% from its all-time high of $800 back in August of 2021. So we've got the PSA 10 copy of this card in Ultra Rare selling for just $150 more than the PSA 2 copy that's an Ultimate Rare in the same week. Pretty interesting comparison there. It's tough to say which I'd rather have. PSA 10s are really hard to come by, even if it's just an Ultra Rare, whereas the Ultimate Rare versions, no matter what the grade is, the card is extremely difficult to find. Number 2. From the set Tactical Evolution, we have the Ghost Rare First Edition Monster card, Rainbow Dragon. It's a PSA 9, pop 69, selling as a best offer for $917. That's a drop of 53% from its all-time high of $1,950 back in March of 2021. This card has the largest pop this week and also the largest drop from all-time high this week. Number 1. From the set The Lost Millennium, we have the Ultimate Rare First Edition Fusion Monster, Elemental Hero Flame Wingman. It's a BGS 9, that's a PSA pop 32, selling at auction for $1,125. This one's down 27% from its all-time high of $1,540 back in May of 2021. Now, this surprised me. This is actually the lowest number 1 GX sale on any week of the whole year. I'm not really sure if there's any meaning behind that in terms of the market as a whole, but it's an interesting fact nonetheless. Next up, we've got 5 notable 5D sales to go over. Number 5. From the set Ancient Prophecy, we have the Ultimate Rare First Edition Synchro Monster, Ancient Fairy Dragon. It's a PSA 9, pop 13, selling as a buy it now for $275. This one's a drop of 31% from the all-time high of $400 back in July of 2020. There are actually no PSA 10 copies of this card, so this PSA 9 is currently the highest graded copy of the card in existence. Number 4. From the set Stardust Overdrive, we have the Ultimate Rare First Edition Synchro Monster, Majestic Star Dragon. It's a PSA 9, just a pop 6, selling as a buy it now for $275. There are no recorded sales of this card on the PSA website, so this one's another new all-time high. Number 3. From the set Duelist Revolution, we have the Ghost Rare First Edition Fusion Monster, Dragon Knight Draco Acquiste. It's a PSA 9, population 10, selling as a best offer for $485. Once again, we've got no recorded sales of this card, so this is a new all-time high for the PSA 9. There's actually a single PSA 10 copy of this card in existence, so this PSA 9 might be the best that most collectors could hope for. Number 2. From the set Ancient Prophecy, we have the Ghost Rare First Edition Synchro Monster, Ancient Fairy Dragon. It's a PSA 9, population 58, selling as a best offer for $820. That's a drop of 42% from its all-time high of $1,425 back in April of 2021. This is the largest population in 5Ds this week, but it's the second highest price. Number 1. From the set Crossroads of Chaos, we have the Ghost Rare First Edition Synchro Monster Black Rose Dragon. It's a BGS 8, Pop 38, selling as a best offer for $1,413. And that's actually a new all-time high on the card. It's a 7% increase from the previous all-time high of $1,325 just last month, March of 2022. Up until last month, this card hadn't been for sale since 2020 before the peak of the market. So that makes sense why we're seeing all-time high sales these past couple months. That's the end of this week's Vintage Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch.